Hello again, my name's Gabe Zollner. This is the 17th of December 2016. I just read a rather interesting and very misleading article posted by the Associated Press, written by Jacques Berleaud, that's Billeaud, of the Associated Press. I'm going to attach the article. I'll give you some of the highlights. Remember, I was there. Sheriff Joe Arpaio of Arizona has fixated on the authenticity of President Barack Obama's birth certificate for more than 5 years, going so far as to send a deputy and member of his volunteer posse to Hawaii to question officials. Actually, it was much more than just sending a deputy to Hawaii. That deputy, along with Sheriff Joe Arpaio's lead investigator, Lieutenant Mike Zulu, spent 5 years of his life pursuing justice, and he did. He earned plaudits from Donald Trump and became one of the nation's leading voices on a debunked controversy over Obama's birthplace. Well, it really hasn't been debunked. Arpaio closed his years-long investigation Thursday, ending a chapter that critics denounced as a shameless ploy to raise money from his right-wing base. Well, actually, he didn't close the investigation. He didn't end the pursuit for justice. I don't know if Jacques Berleaud was there or if he just sort of heard this from irresponsible second sources. The news conference from the media-savvy sheriff came 3 weeks before the end of his 24 years as Metro Phoenix's top law enforcer, and 5 weeks before Obama leaves office. He complained to a crowd of about 75 supporters that his claims about the document weren't taken seriously. Quote, "We and everyone else who dared to question the document have been maligned, falsely labeled, and grossly criticized," end of quote, Arpaio said, refusing to take questions from reporters. You know, the chapter of the investigation hasn't ended. What I saw and what I heard was that 2 separate, independent agencies on 2 different continents agreed that the document that was posted by the White House of Obama's supposed birth certificate was an absolute, undeniable forgery. I posted the entire presentation by Sheriff Joe and Lieutenant Mike Zulu. You can hear every word that they said. You can also hear what Sheriff Joe Arpaio says at the end. This hasn't ended. The only ones that can end it is Congress, because that's where it's headed, to Congress. Now, I want to talk about the president-elect. Donald Trump came out and said Obama, he believes, was born in Hawaii. Now, do you not find that interesting when Donald J. Trump offered Obama $5 million given to a charity of Obama's choice? That amount went up to $50 million. I think Donald was simply grandstanding. He knew Obama wouldn't put a bullet into his own head by proving that he wasn't ever eligible, since he couldn't prove that he was eligible. So how is it that Donald became a flip-flopper, which is what he is? What else is Donald going to flip-flop on? I don't know. I supported Donald. I've made hundreds of videos in support of Donald. The truth is, we've never been given a choice, a worthy choice. When McCain ran against Flappy Ears, I held my nose as I voted for McCain. I detest McCain. I've done well over 150 videos expressing my dissatisfaction of someone that's in the Senate that received a presidential pardon from President Nixon. I subsequently found out that he shouldn't have been pardoned. You don't pardon someone that hasn't been convicted of a crime. What I believe happened was his father, who was Admiral of the Pacific Fleet, went to Nixon, says, "Please spare my son for the countless crimes of treason that he committed." And he was given a presidential pardon. That is what I believe happened. But this isn't about the senator from Arizona, Johnny Wetstart, who was responsible for the deaths of 134 sailors on the decks of the USS Forrestal, who was responsible for seriously having injured through burns over 200 sailors as they battled to save their aircraft carrier that Johnny Wetstart almost sunk. No, this is about the Associated Press and other mainstream media distorting and twisting the truth. Let's go back to the title. Sheriff Joe Arpaio closes probe. He didn't close it. It's gone into the second phase. It's all up to Congress. The evidence will be presented to Congress. Don't know if they can break themselves away from their main function, which is telemarketing, looking for dollars. They spend 20 to 30 hours a week telemarketing, according to Representative Jolly. Look it up. Representative Jolly and 60 Minutes. JOLLY. You'll see what your elected representatives spend their time on. Keep in mind, they travel Mondays and Fridays. What that states is that their entire time in Washington is spent telemarketing. Get rid of them. Flush that garbage down the drain. That includes your senators, by the way. You want to read the article? Again, it's misleading. The Sheriff Joe Arpaio did not close his probe. They're presenting undeniable, unequivocal proof to Congress. All they need to do is find a congressman that's got a set of nuts and isn't one of the sheep. That by itself will be a challenge. You sort of know what I think. Watch the videos of the press conference. Tell me where you heard Sheriff Joe say he's closing the probe. Sheriff Joe said they're turning over to Congress, and oh, by the way, they do have additional information that they did not present at that press conference. If you watch my videos, and I'll attach another link of a video that I did, that I said that they missed an opportunity. They meaning Sheriff Joe and Mike Zulu. They missed an opportunity by not bringing all of the press current. The press has never attended one of these sessions before. They never have. So they don't know what Mike Zulu presented earlier. They don't know what they need to know, which is what I outlined in that video. Take a look at it. Let me know what you think. What's also interesting is, to the best of my knowledge, no mainstream media reported it, but they were there. Fox News was there. My camera was right beside the Fox News camera. ABC was there, and a host of others were there. Did any mainstream media highlight the event? If they did, I missed it. Thanks for listening. Oh, by the way, if you like how I present, what I present, would you please pass it along to your like-minded friends? Would you please consider going one step further other than just viewing? Subscribe. Please subscribe to the channel. Help it grow. I do this for you. Thanks for listening.